This kangaroo rules the empty streets of an Australian city. This is the InsideEdition.com coronavirus news for April 20th, 2020. Coronavirus lockdown orders mean that most people are staying in. And that means that this lively marsupial has its run of the town. The kangaroo was spotted by security cameras in Adelaide, Australia. Social distancing appears to be working in the country, which is logging fewer than 40 new cases of COVID-19 a day. There are nearly 2.5 million confirmed cases of COVID-19 worldwide. In a town in Turkey, a cow took advantage of the lockdown to dance on some roofs. Now, cows usually weigh over 1,000 pounds, so this one was lucky not to fall through anyone's ceiling. The farm animal made it across 3 different houses before its owner was able to retrieve it. In Israel, wild boars made themselves at home in streets and gardens.
During the corona crisis now, it's becoming more and more terrifying because animals, as you know, carrying disease.
On a beach in Thailand, rare sea turtles are benefiting from the lack of people. Leatherback hatchlings appeared in tides. They're the world's most endangered sea turtle, and they're part of the largest spawn in nearly 2 decades. And villagers in a British town put a bovine spin on their nightly cheers. Residents of the town of Belper are giving it their all. Some made home instruments to help bleat. One local used a didgeridoo. The mooing even happens in convenience stores. It's an interesting way to raise everybody's spirits. Here's more on how the novel coronavirus quarantine is affecting the balance of humans and animals.
The goats are taking over, roaming the deserted streets. Now that the humans in this town in Wales are following orders to stay home, there's no one to shoo them away. It's a phenomenon we're seeing all over the world. That's a civet crossing a main road in India. Can you believe wild pigs on the streets of Paris? And this bear is checking out a deserted neighborhood in Monrovia, California. In Thailand, screaming monkeys swarm a major intersection. The tourists have disappeared, and the primates have taken over. Talk about Planet of the Apes.
There's less and less people out in the streets, and wildlife are noticing.
David Mizejewski is a spokesperson for the National Wildlife Federation.
They're looking for sources of food and shelter and water, and just it's natural behavior for most species to kind of explore in their search for those things.
It's getting disgusting in hard-hit New Orleans, where rats have replaced the revelers on Bourbon Street. In Chile, this man-eating cougar was so brazen, he leaped over a 10-foot-tall security wall.
Our cities and towns and neighborhoods used to be wildlife habitat until we pushed them out. And so they're just exploring places where they probably haven't been able to go in generations.
Now, InsideEdition.com's Lee Sheps reports on one high school senior's special graduation request.
I want to introduce you to 17-year-old Lincoln Debenham. He's from California, and he tweeted at Barack Obama to ask if he would give a national commencement address to the entire class of 2020. Not just his school, not just high schoolers, but for college students as well. And here's why he asked the former president to give that speech.
You know, a lot of people are graduating to new levels of education, not knowing if they're going to go to their school or if they're going to have to take some time off. A lot of people are graduating college into careers that they don't know if they're actually going to work out or are going to be safe or secure or anything like that. And I think, you know, an uplifting message from President Obama may just really help us carry on as a nation and as young people. And I think it would help everybody, not just graduates. I think it would help everybody.
So far, Obama's team has not gotten in touch with Lincoln, but according to CNN, they are aware of the tweet. That's the story I'm working on today for InsideEdition.com.
For more on the coronavirus pandemic, visit InsideEdition.com.